Okay, so welcome again. So this is the orientation for full-time BA and MA students, and also for some guest students and part-time stipendium students. We are at the Department of International Affairs. Again, I am Katalin Szabó, and there is my colleague, Mr. Rezső Jarmalov. And also there is Miss Emma Kertész, coordinator. She is going to be your coordinator for the study issues at the department in the Office of Educational Affairs. So here you can see her.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, let's get started. I share my screen with you. Okay, so can you see the presentation? Yes, okay, then let's get started. Okay, so we are going to talk about a lot of issues regarding your studies. First, starting with COVID regulations and some study arrangements. Also, how you can reach us online. I'm going to recommend some welcome programs for you. We will go through the registration and enrollment processes. We will talk about your legal stay in Hungary, the student ID process, the health insurance issues, finances, talk about some campus facilities, courses, how to choose and how to register for courses, academic regulations, and by the end, some technical and practical issues and some services offered by the university and the faculty. Okay, so let's start with the COVID regulations in Hungary part. So as soon as you arrive in Hungary or you start moving from your quarantine, you have to wear a mask, maybe at classes and community places at the uni. We don't know it yet, but it can be possible. But it's for sure that using a mask in hospitals and health institutions is compulsory, and also in social institutions. But of course, you can wear the mask when you feel it's safer to wear it. Vaccination is highly recommended, and some bigger events can require immunity certificates. Also, gyms and sport facilities, they require an immunity certificate to show without, before entering. But we have no curfew at the moment, so you can move freely also at night in the country. Please always check the university pages for any updates later on, because as soon as the pandemic changes, also the university regulations and the country regulations can change. These are the rules which you always have to follow. You can find this blue poster all around the campus and the university. So please wear a mask, wash your hands frequently, practice the social distancing, and stay home if you feel unwell as soon as you are here with us. In case you recognize any symptoms of the COVID, please stay at your accommodation, call your health insurance company, and act as your health insurance company instructs you. In very serious cases, please go to the hospital and they will just tell you what to do. And of course, if it's necessary, you have to stay in the hospital also. Let's talk about the COVID vaccination and immunity certificates. So as soon as you arrive in Hungary and you would like to have a vaccination, it is possible. But you have to know that before having the vaccination, you have to get your residence permit. So it may take some weeks until you can get the vaccination, because without the residence permit, you cannot apply for it. If you would like to apply for the vaccination in Hungary, you have to go to this site, the vaccinainfo.gov.hu, and there you have to fill in the form and you can apply for the vaccination here. If you would like to have an immunity certificate, it is issued in the so-called government office kormányablak, and it is issued in 15 days. So if you have any European Union certificate or any certificates based on bilateral and your unilateral agreements with Hungary, you can go to the kormányablak, show your vaccination or immunity certificate from your country, and they will issue a Hungarian certificate for you. Or if you don't have a immunity certificate from your home country based on a serological test performed in Hungary, you can also get an immunity certificate. But please note that it's only valid for 4 months. So after 4 months, you have to repeat this process. If you would like to have some further information on this, then go to this website. This presentation is going to be put on our website, so later on today and by tomorrow you are going to be able to check it, so you can go to these links from the presentations. If you need to go to the quarantine and you would like to have a PCR test in Hungary, you can either wait the end of the quarantine period or you can ask a permission from the authorities for perform a PCR, 2 PCR tests, and with 2 negative tests you can skip the 10 days of quarantine. If you would like to know more about this process, please check this website referred here. And then it is described there how to have the permission and how to get the PCR tests in Hungary. As you know by now, we are prepared for completely offline education. So it means that from next week, the courses will go on offline here with present education. So if you arrive a bit later, please be sure that you contact us. And then if you arrive very late, then we have to arrange a different teaching plan for you just to be able to follow the courses, because now on everything is offline. So please always ask, also always contact us if you have any problems with arriving on time. You can follow us online. So we are available in many platforms. We are on Instagram. We are available also on Facebook. We have a Facebook group for the students of the faculty, so please join this group, because we share a lot of information there, program recommendations, just drawing attention to very important deadlines and stuff like that. And you can also socialize with each other in this group. Don't forget to check the official faculty website time to time, because we always have up-to-date news and information there. And you can also visit the official website for some news from other faculties of ELTE, and also to check some practical information there. Let me recommend some programs. So at the moment we have the Welcome and Introduction Days. So you can find the programs for this week on our website. So if you go to this well-known link here, then you can find our program and so many other information there. We are going to have some in-person programs during this week. In case you arrive today or tomorrow, you can participate. So today we are having the campus tour, so it's out of question now. But tomorrow morning we are going to have the Neptune training from 10 o'clock. So if you are here by tomorrow, please join us. If you cannot participate in the Neptune training, you can watch the Neptune tutorial film, and you can also check our presentation of tomorrow. It will be presented on our website by tomorrow evening. So, and if you have any further questions after checking these, then of course you can turn to us anytime. We have also some programs offered by the ESN ELTE, is the Erasmus Student Network. So there are some programs where you can socialize this week. You can check these programs also in our program brochure on the website. If you are a student of English and American Studies, there is going to be an info session the day after tomorrow on the 2nd of September from 10 o'clock. It's also an offline session. It's in building R in room 414. So if you are here, then you can attend it. If you're not here, also the presentation of this session is going to be published, so you will be able to find it on our website. Further programs, we have some further freshman info sessions for the Hungarian BA program. It's going to be on the 8th of September from 10 o'clock. From the French Studies BA, it's going to be from 10 o'clock on the 1st of September, tomorrow. So it's also available. Communication Studies MA, it's going to be on the 8th of September. So next week you can find the programs if you click on this link here. It's actually a whole day program, so be sure that you participate if you are here. For the Film Studies MA, the session is online, so it's going to be on Friday this week from 1 o'clock, and it's in Zoom. So if you click on the link here, then you can join the Zoom meeting. And you can have the specific information of your program during the online session. Next week, we are also going to have a huge festival celebrating the reopening of the campus and the starting of the offline education again. The program is Trefortkert Offline. We are offering cultural programs, games, talks, interviews, literature programs, concerts. So it's a wide variety of programs. So if you can, please participate, because it's a good way to socialize with either Hungarians and also with other international students. So it's and of course it's a good chance to just chill out and have a nice time at the campus, just to begin your semester here. Okay, chapter 1 is about registration and enrollment. So let's go through these processes. So let's arrange these before you start your registration and the enrollment. So first, generate your Neptune password, then enter Neptune, activate your semester in Neptune, then print the necessary documents from Neptune, for example, your enrollment sheet, which you need for the enrollment. Collect all other necessary documents for the enrollment, and also don't forget to create your ELTE account and email address and register it in Neptune system. And with all these 5 steps, you are ready to go to the registration and the enrollment. So if you want to have a CSER or actually an ELTE account and an email address, you will have a lot of benefits. For example, a free ELTE Wi-Fi, a free access to the Microsoft Office package. The official letters are normally sent to the ELTE email address, and it is sure that you are going to get it from the system, because there is no problem with the Hotmail and Yahoo mails if you have an ELTE email. Many times, unfortunately, the Hotmail and Yahoo platforms are banning the ELTE emails. So if you have an ELTE email address, then you can be sure that you get the necessary information from the university. And via Outlook system, your emails are available on every device, so you can have it on your phone and on your PCs and laptops and everywhere. And you can have also access to Microsoft Teams, which is a good platform for online education. And also we had our office hours last semesters there, and now you can also have your online office hour if you want with us with the Microsoft Teams. Here you can find a step-by-step guide how to make the account and the email address. And when you get the email address, please do not forget to register it in the Neptune system. Here you can see the steps how to do it. Okay, so the registration and enrollment, they are two different steps. The registration should come first. So the registration happens here with us in the Department of the Department of International Affairs, sorry. And the enrollment, it happens with the Office of Educational Affairs. So during the registration, basically we are checking your documents, if you have everything necessary documents for the enrollment, and we also share useful information with you for your stay in Hungary, and also you can ask questions. And for the enrollment, you should go to the Office of Educational Affairs and fill in and sign the necessary papers. And this is the step to officially sign in to the university studies and be a student officially at BA&MA. So don't forget to do both. And let's go through all the steps. So the registration can happen in person or online. Online is possible only with a special permission. For example, if you can't arrive on time because of some visa issues or health issues. So if you have any of these, please let us know immediately. And this is the same in the case of the enrollment. Okay, so if you would like to have the registration with us in the Department of International Affairs, please book an appointment with either me or with Mr. Jarmalov, depending on your program. Please go to kronos.elte.hu. You can sign in with your ELTE account or with your Neptune code and password, and then you can book an appointment with us. If you have any questions or problems regarding this, please let us know. And the enrollment of the Office of Educational Affairs officially happens on the 2nd and the 3rd of September with the same way of booking an appointment in the Kronos system. So if you can come on the 2nd or the 3rd of September, it's okay. Please come with a booked appointment. If you arrive later, then please let us know, and you can arrange an appointment with the coordinator in the Office of Educational Affairs, who is Ms. Emese Kertész. And our appointment dates are available in Kronos for the registration in the Department of International Affairs. So here you can see the documents which you need for the enrollment. So be sure that you prepare everything, the originals and also the copies of these documents. Please be sure to have everything with you, because without the original documents, without checking the original documents, you will not be able to enroll. So please bring everything with you, the original diploma, the original high school certificates, or original language certificates, and so on, and also make photocopies of it. For Stipendium Hungaricum students, you need some extra documents: the tax card, the Thai card, and the Hungarian bank account number. Mr. Jarmalov is going to talk about this a bit later with another presentation after mine. So he is going to tell you how to get these documents. About the student status certificate, so for some official processes, you are going to need an active student status certificate. So these certificates can be issued from next week, from the 6th of September. So if you need any of them, please let us know. Next week we can send it via email, or if you arrive you can ask it in person, and you can also ask it from Questura office. So just send an email if you need a certificate and we can issue it for you from next week. Okay, if you arrive after the orientation and the registration week, please contact Miss Emma Kertész and you can arrange an appointment with her. You can see her email address, and if you also book an appointment with us at the Department of International Affairs with the Kronos system, you should come here first. We check your documents and then you can do the enrollment on the same day later on another day. So please do not forget to have both steps for your registration and enrollment. Okay, let's talk about some legal issues. Of course, nobody wants you to get sent out from the country, so that's why we share some useful info with you about your legal stay in Hungary. Yes, there's a long name of this institution. It's the National Directorate General for Aliens Policing, short form Immigration Office. Everybody uses this one, but that is the official name of the institution. So the Immigration Office requires a registration from all of the students who stay longer than 90 days at our institution. So let's see how you can register for the stay. You can register as a part of the European Economic Area. In this case, you need only a registration card, but if you are a student from a non-European Economic Area country, you need a residence permit to stay longer in Hungary. For the European students, you have to obtain a registration card within 90 days after your arrival. So make sure you have all the required documents, and you can also start the process online. Maybe it's the easiest way to do it, and then if everything is all right with the online part, then you will get the registration card by post, so you don't have to go to the office of the immigration. You can find further info on this site, so you can learn more about the process. In case of non-European countries, you need the residence permit. So this is the new form of the residence permit. It has been changed like recently. So this is going to be the card you get when you arrive and you do the process. So if you arrive with a D-type visa, and if you arrive on time, the university usually offers the opportunity to get the residence permits here at the campus, so you don't have to do anything, because in the case of D-type visa, the residence permit is automatically issued by the authorities. So as soon as the card is ready, they will contact the university, and the university will organize some events to get the residence permit, so we will contact you, so you don't have to do anything. If you don't have a D-type visa, then you have to obtain the residence permit within 30 days after your arrival. So as I said, also in the case of the European students, you can start the process online in the enterhungary.gov.hu site. You have to fill in a form there, and you have to upload the necessary documents. They will check it. If there's a problem, they will send you an email and ask you for replacing the documents or filling correctly some parts. It is also possible to do it in person, but it is very busy during these days, so it's always easier to make the process online. It's the same page where you can learn more about this process. There is going to be a one-day service of the National Directorate General of Alliance Policing on the 7th of September at the other campus of the university, but the places are limited, so they can only serve 60 or 70 students this day, so it's possible that no students will be served. So I really recommend to start the visa process online, because that's the quickest and the safest way to get the card on time. If you are a student with a residence permit, don't forget to clarify your student status all the time. So register for your semesters on time as active or passive. And keep us informed about you, even if you have any problems, health issues, or emergencies. We should know about it, because either we can help and we can also know what is happening with you. Because if somebody disappears or somebody is passive without any reasoning, then we have to report it to the authorities, and it can result in your so they can send you out from the country, and maybe you cannot come back. So if you have any problems, please just contact us and let us know. Yes, so as an active student, you have to go to the classes. So if you miss too many classes, then it is going to be reported also to the authorities, and also you need to leave the country if you don't have a legal status. So as soon as you don't report about yourself, or you are passive, then you have to leave the country, and you can come back only with a visa later. Okay, so let's talk about the student ID and the health insurance. So as soon as you enroll, you can start the process of the student ID, and you can get your health insurance also. We have an office. It is called Questura office, and it offers the following services, like here the Neptune password help, certificate of student status, processes the student ID, and it can arrange the health insurance also. So if you go there, or if you contact them, then they can help you with these issues. You can find the Questura office at Egyetem Tér 5. It's about 5-10 minutes walk from this campus, so it's quite close to us. You can see it here. So this is the campus of the university, and then you can go to Egyetem Tér 5. It's quite Google says it's 6 minutes walk. It's very close. This is the opening hour chart of the Questura office, so you can visit them on these days. Please note that during the registration period in the first weeks of September, the office can be very busy, so it can be slower to get anything, or you have to just queue, but they will serve you as soon as possible. Okay, so if you are a student here and you stay shorter than 12 months, you can get the temporary student ID paper, which is a usual A4 size paper, which proves that you are a student here and you are entitled for the student discounts. So this is actually equal to the student card, but since you are not staying longer than 12 months, you cannot get the card itself. It is issued by the Questura office, so you can ask for it either online or in person, and you can use it for the public transport and for other student discounts. It's mostly available for sure around the 3rd week of September, but it can happen that you can ask for it a bit earlier also. The plastic student card is a bit longer process, so you have to follow these steps written here. So first you have to apply for the student card at the government office in kormányablak. You can find the kormányablak in every district of Budapest, so it's quite easy. And if you go there in the city center here next to Deák Square, then it's for sure that they can speak English there, and it's also quite an effective one, so you don't have to wait a lot. So start the process at the kormányablak. There they will give you a so-called NEC code or net identification number, which is necessary for having the student card. So register this NEC number in Neptune system, and then you can obtain the temporary student certificate until you receive the cards. Normally it takes 2 months until the cards are ready, so until then you can use the temporary student certificates for the traveling and everything. You can find more information about this on this website, so the process is described there a bit more detailed. There is going to be a one-day service of the kormányablak on the 9th of September, also in the other campus of ELTE. It's the same case as it was in the case of the residence permit, so limited people can be served on this day. So please think of it. I think it's much easier to go to a government office in any other district. It's quicker, and it's for sure that you can do what you really need. At the beginning of each semester, you have to validate the student card, so don't forget about it, because a sticker validates it for every semester. So around the first 2 or 3 weeks, the stickers arrive in the Questura office, so you have to go there and validate the card, and with that one, for 1 semester, you are entitled to the to the student discounts. It's very important because your student card can be checked in the public transportation. So always carry your student ID with you, because you can only use the student pass with the student ID card and the student card. So don't forget to bring this, because the fine is quite expensive, so it's 16,000 forint. So don't forget to use and bring all of them with you. In case you don't get the temporary student ID now, it is possible that you buy a full price ticket for the public transportation, and later on, when you get the student card, then the BKK, the Budapest Transportation Office, will refund the price of the full ticket for you. So if you go to the office and you prove that you are a student, then they will change your ticket for a monthly student pass. Okay, about the health insurance, it offers health insurance options. It's different for self-paying and stipendium students. So for the self-paying students, it is the Generali insurance company who offers the health insurance option. If you would like to have it, then book an appointment to the Questura office, or just walk in the Questura office and do the insurance. It insures you for 1 year, and it's quite a good service. So be sure that you have some kind of health insurance. It's not compulsory to have the ELTE insurance, but you need to have some kind of health insurance as a self-paying student. In the case of stipendium students, the case is a little bit different because you will have either the Thai card and you will have another, or you can have another kind of insurance. Mr. Reger is going to talk about it a bit later in the specific part of the stipendium students. Okay, some words about the finances. It's also for the self-paying students, you have to pay the tuition fee in the autumn semesters until the 15th of October and in the spring semester until the 15th of March. So these are the general deadlines. Every year they are the same. So be sure that you pay on time, and also take into consideration that the issuance of certificate of payment documents can take a bit longer. So it's 15 or 20 working days, which means that you have to wait longer if you need it for any official issues. So be sure that if you need the certificate of payment for any immigration office issues or other issues, pay in advance, like 20 working days in advance. You can find the payment details and the tuition fees around on our website. From the second semester on, you are not going to get a notification of payment documents, which contains the details of where and how to pay, but you can find all the information on this site indicated here. So please be sure that before paying the tuition fee, you visit this site and you can find the bank account number and everything that you need to include when you pay your tuition fee. There can come other payments during your studies. You can find the list here in the first link. For example, second course registration, third course registration, credit exceeding fee. If you miss any deadlines or if you miss the normal course registration, then you can apply for late course registration, but it has a fee. So all these kind of fees should be paid in the Neptune system, and the Neptune system can control the bank card payment and also money transfer payment. But the money transfer payment, it takes longer time. It takes more days until it gets recognized. So the instant payment method is the bank card. So be sure that you pay your payment liabilities in Neptune on time, because it can affect your exam registration, for example. So if you have any pending payments in Neptune, you will not be able to register for your exams. So if you need any help with the Neptune payments, please find the guide here on the Questura website. You can change the language there for English, so you can get a proper help how to go through the Neptune payments. If you wish, you can open a bank account in Hungary. In the case of stipendium students, it's a must, so it is a necessary thing for your scholarship. But for self-paying students, it's an option. If you stay a longer time in Hungary, of course, it's a bit more comfortable way to pay with the Hungarian bank card, and the transaction fees are less. So I really recommend you to open a bank account. And the banks offer many student discounts and student packages, so you can choose a suitable option for you. We usually recommend the OTP Bank because this is the biggest branch in Hungary, so you can find their banks all around the country, and it also has a bank office near Astoria, near the campus, and they speak English well there, so it is easy to open a bank account here. And you can also find an OTP ATM here in the campus next to the Department of International Affairs. So it's also an option for having some money from the ATM. Okay, some words about the campus and where to find the offices. So this is the map of the campus. You can find the different buildings here, and also some eating and cafe facilities. So as soon as you arrive, you are going to be oriented around these buildings. So this map can help you to find the necessary place where you have your courses. At the campus, we have a so-called body stop. You can find this sign, not with a dog, but with this sign with the body stop. So it's a sign just for showing that you are not alone. So if you have any questions or you can't find anything, just stop or stay near the body stop, and in a few minutes hopefully somebody will go there and help you, just to have some information, or if you want to meet some other students there. The Department of International Affairs is located in Building A. We are in the ground floor in room 45. You can find both me and Mr. Reger in the same room. Just it is shown in the map that it is in Building A near the entrance. You can contact us by email, by phone, and you can come to our office hours. The office hours can happen either online or in person, but please always book an appointment in advance. This is a novelty this year, that the office hours are only possible with a booked appointment. So you can book an appointment in Kronos system. Our usual office hours start from the 13th of September. So before the 13th of September, we are doing only the registration. Okay, so you can also find the Office of Educational Affairs on the same building and on the same floor, just the other side of the corridor. So Miss Emese, International Study Coordinator, is in room 24. So you can find her there if you have any questions or concerns. So be sure that you visit her once or when you need something. Our regular office hours from 13th of September are the following. On Monday and Wednesday, we are open from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and on Friday morning from 9 to 12. On Tuesday and Thursday, we don't have office hours, but you can reach us by email and by phone also. You can turn to the Office of Educational Affairs with the following issues, like semester registration problems, course registration, any requests, thesis title registration later on, graduation issues, thesis submission, and so on. So be sure that if you have any of these issues, just contact Miss Emese Kertész, and she will kindly help you to solve your problems. You can contact her by email, also phone, and she will also have office hours, which are going to be published later on the website. So later on, you're going to be able to book an appointment on the Kronos system with her also. And the most important part of your orientation now is the courses. So let's see. Let's go through the periods of the semester first. So the registration period is going on at the moment. So it's until the end of this week. During this period, you have to register and enroll, and also to activate or passivate your student status in Neptune. The study period starts next week from the 6th of September, and it takes until the 11th of December. So which means that during the study period, you are going to have your lectures and seminars, or the courses. Seminars should be graded and finished within the study period, and the lectures will end with the exam during the exam period, which is also indicated here. So the exam period starts on the 13th of December, and it is a quite longer period until the end of January. So you are going to have a few weeks to take your exams and finish your first semester studies. We have different course registration periods also. At the moment, we are in the so-called ranking registration period. So the first period has already ended, so I didn't put it on this presentation. The first period is always the pre-registration period. It is for students who are already in the system. So from your second semester, you are going to be able to also register during the pre-registration period, which in the case of the next semester will start in the middle of December, but you are going to get an information brochure by the end of the semester, so you will get all the dates and all the necessary steps to register for your courses from next semester. During the registration period, the courses which are registered during the pre-period are ranked. So it means that there are a lot of students in the faculty and also at the university, and students should be ranked somehow just to get in the necessary courses, because the head count of the courses, so they are limited. So for example, in the case of seminars, most probably 15 or maximum 20 people can sit in one room, and maybe 50 people apply for one seminar. So that's why the ranking will choose that who can get in the course, and those who cannot, they are dropped from these courses. But don't be afraid when it happens, so it can happen. So you can register back for these courses during the first come first served course registration period, which starts from 8 o'clock this Friday. And during this 1 week, you are able to change your study plan, change your course registration, and you can get in also courses which you were dropped during the ranking registration period. It is also very important to register for all of your courses until the 10th of September, because after that, as you see, the late course registration starts. It's from the 13th of September, but the late course registration has a fee. So if you couldn't register or didn't register for your courses until the 10th of September, you have to pay a fee. And it's very important information that during the late registration period, it is not allowed to drop any courses. The only registration is possible, but dropping courses is not anymore. And there is going to be the exam registration period later on during the semester. It usually starts around the end of November, but at the moment the date is not clear. But by that time you are going to be notified about the registration, so don't worry. At the moment it's not relevant. So yes, please register your courses until the 10th of September anyway, even if you can't arrive until the 10th of September. It's very important because after that it's very problematic to get in the courses. Okay, what you have to consider and prepare before your course registration. The first and very first step is always the curriculum. So check the curriculum, or the other name is the study unit list. So this is the basis of your study program. So you have to follow the study unit list to complete the necessary credits to graduate. So you can find the curriculum on our website, so please check it all the time. The curriculum shows the codes of the subjects, the title of the course and the subject, the credit numbers which you can get for a subject, the recommended semester when you have to take it, or it is recommended to take it, and also the prerequisites which we are going to talk about a bit later. So always plan which courses to take. and always consider in which semester the courses are recommended. The recommendations are like directing you to the correct order because the courses are built on each other. So if you follow the curriculum, you can be sure that you can complete your studies successfully. And also check the curriculum because sometimes Neptune has mistakes, or Neptune doesn't contain the necessary courses. So always refer to the curriculum from our website first and check Neptune if everything is available which you need. If not, then please immediately contact us because we can check it, and we can also contact the necessary department to publish the courses which you need. So this is the site actually where you can find the curriculum. So if you go to our website, the faculty website, you go to education menu, and there under the bachelor programs or the master programs, you will find the study unit list according to the programs. Okay, let's see the codes here. So every subject has a code, and the best is to refer to the codes always in Neptune, because the name of the courses can be similar, but the codes are always identifying the courses. So in the case of international students, the codes are usually the BBI and the BA&MA, because the I indicates the international. So please be sure that you take these courses, the BBI, the BA&MA, the BMVD, and the VTN codes. This is important because these codes are indicated in your curriculum, and if you take these with other codes, then it can cause a problem later on when we check the necessary things for your graduation. So it can cause a lot of confusion. So be sure that you follow the curriculum and you register for the codes which are required according to the curriculum. Okay, so this is basically how a curriculum looks like. This is the curriculum of the English and American Studies BA. So here you can see the codes of the subjects, the names of the subjects and courses. You can see the type, like the lecture or seminar. You can see the credit numbers, and you can see in which semester they are recommended these courses. And the codes which are circled with red here, they are the so-called prerequisites. What does the prerequisite mean? So in the case, if you see here, the language practice 1 and 2 courses are available in the first and the second semester. So in the first semester, you do the language practice 1, and then in the second semester, you can you are able to take the language practice 2. And if you see the code, the prerequisite code at the end, it indicates that it is obligatory to complete the language practice 1 before you take the language practice 2. This is a strong prerequisite. So there are two kinds of prerequisites, a strong and weak prerequisite. So the strong prerequisite means that you have to take the course 1 semester before. So language practice 1 should happen in the first semester, and then you can take language practice 2 in the second semester. In the case of weak prerequisites, they are marked with brackets. It means that you can take the 2 courses in the same semester, but you have to complete both. Otherwise, the marks are going to be deleted. So if one course requires a prerequisite, a weak prerequisite, and you cannot complete the weak prerequisite, you will lose the result of the other course also. So be sure that you take care of the prerequisites, either they are strong, either they are weak, because they can cause problems and we cannot do anything if a mark is deleted because of this, because that's the rule. So you have to follow it. The bachelor programs, they contain 180 credits for graduation, and the master programs require 60 or 120 credits. 60 credits are only possible in the case of instructor of English as a foreign language program, because it's only a one-year program. The usual master programs are 120 credits, so be sure that you complete these credits for the graduation, and you complete these credits exactly from your curriculum, because they are the courses which need to added together to have the credits to graduate. Okay, let's talk about the minors and specializations. The bachelor studies, the 180 credits of the bachelor studies contain a 50 credit module, which can be either a specialization or a minor. All bachelor programs actually contain some kind of specialization, some of them more kind of specializations, so you can check it in the regular curriculum of the program. So it's a 50 credit module, and in the case of English and American Studies, you can choose among more of them, and then you can take more of them. So it is possible to choose between English and American track first after the first semester, and in the second semester you can choose among other specializations. But if you are not really interested in the specializations offered by your program, you can also find some minor programs which are available at the moment. So the minor program is a 50 credit module, which is a different study field from your program. It's like a package from another study program. The advantage is if you take a minor, you can apply for the master program connected to the minor. So, for example, if you study like French BA, and you are interested in English studies, then you can take the English minor, and later on you can apply for the English MA program with the 50 credit minor program. If you want to have a specialization or a minor program, you have to think before. So some of the programs start from the second year of studies, but in the case of minors, it can happen that some courses are obligatory in the first or the second semester. So be sure that just browse the offers, so in this week and next week. And if you're interested in any minors, please contact us, and we can guide you through, and we can just check if you have to take any courses under the 10th of September in Neptune. So as soon as you start these minor programs, then at the end of the first year, you have to hand in an official request in Neptune to apply for the minor program. And based on your performance in the first and the second semester, the study departments decide on if you can really take the minor and continue this package. So if you have any interest in minor programs, please check our website and check which programs are interesting for you. And if you're really interested, just please let us know this week or next week. Okay. So if you want to sign up for the courses, of course, you have to use the Neptune system. Well, tomorrow we are going to have more information about it during the Neptune training. So if you are not able to participate in Neptune training tomorrow, the presentation will be on the website. So you will check this information there, and you can also watch our Neptune tutorial film, because it basically contains the most important steps or most important information you need to know regarding Neptune. So don't worry if you cannot participate in the training tomorrow. You can check these materials and they can help you with the course registration. You can take some sport courses. So you can sign up for sport courses either in Neptune system, or you can just walk into our sports center, the Budapest University Athletic Club, short BA&MA. If you would like to get some credit for the sport course, then register in Neptune. The sport courses are usually 1 credit, so you can have it as a free elective, so you can count it among your free elective courses. All the courses has a fee, so normally it's 6,000 forints, so you have to pay it in Neptune system. If you apply in Neptune, and if you just walk in this sports center, then you have to pay there, and they will give you the semester pass for the courses. If you would like to have more information about the sport courses, you can go to the website of BA&MA. You can find the link here. They have English descriptions for many of the courses, and many of the courses are also instructed in English, or both in English and Hungarian. If you are here in Hungary next week, there is going to be an open week for the sport courses, a so-called sport week. So during next week, you will be able to try all these courses for free. And if you are interested in any of them, then you can register for them until the 10th of September. Okay, we collected also the institutional websites here, so whichever of the departments or institutes you are in, please check their sites. Yes, this is not a pleasant topic, but we have to talk about the academic regulation because it's part of your studies. First of all, be sure that you always check the academic calendar, because it contains the most important dates and deadlines which you have to guide yourself. Please be careful and please be aware of the deadlines all the time, because with late registrations you have to pay a lot of money, so it's easier to get to the deadlines and be on time with everything. And just to be sure, let's clarify what a deadline is, because maybe it can not be clear for anyone, differing cultures. So it's the last day, the very last day until you can do something. So until is important. It's not the day when you have to do something, but it's until. So if the deadline is the 15th of September, then from today until the 15th of September, you are free to do anything, but after it, you can't. So that's the deadline. Okay. We have an absence policy, so be sure that you attend your courses. And if you have any special reasons not to attend the course, please, it's the best way to let your professor know about you. Of course, there is the opportunity to skip 1 or maximum 2 courses if you have no time to visit it, or if you have to study, or you have something, health issue or something like that. But please be aware of the absence policy, because if you miss too many classes, then it can happen that you will not get a grade at the end of the semester. So please always let your professors know where you are, and of course, if we get a report from the professors that you do not attend the classes, we have to report it to the authorities, and it can result in just sending you out from the country. So be sure that you don't miss too many classes, and then you can complete your semester successfully. Here you can find the link for the academic regulations. So it's a long document, but please go through it, just the basic and the most important points, because these are the rules which are binding both you and us to have a effective university education here. Let's talk about the passive semester. So it is possible to have passive semesters because anything can happen. And if you decide on working for 1 or 2 semesters, or you have a traveling, or you just have a health issue, or you want to just skip a semester, it's possible. But be sure that you only have 2 passive semesters following each other, and for the 3rd one you come back. Otherwise you need a special permission, or you, after 2 passive semesters, you are going to be terminated from your studies. We also have a 36 credits rule, which is about it. So during your first 3 active semesters, you have to complete 36 credits, which is not really difficult. So if you have no issues, no health issues or something like that, you can even complete it during 1 semester, but 2 semesters are completely enough to complete 36 credits. So actually be sure that by the 3rd active semester of your studies you have 36 credits, otherwise your student status should be terminated. In the case of stipendium students, this rule is a bit more strict, but Mr. Rezsa is going to talk about it a bit later. We also have the so-called credit exceeding rule, which means that if you take more credits during your studies than it is required in your study unit list or the curriculum, it's more specifically 110% of the necessary credits, you have to pay a so-called credit exceeding fee. The not completed credits are also counted in the exceeding, so be sure that you don't fail and don't skip many classes, because you have to pay for them. Only exclusion is that if you take a course the 2nd or the 3rd time and you pay a fee for it, then they are excluded from the credit exceeding payments because you have already paid for them once. So be aware of this. So let's see an example. So if you have the BA program with 180 credits and you take more than 198 credits, then it means that you have to pay a credit exceeding fee after each credits. So for example, if you have 210 credits, it means it's 12 credit more than allowed. So for the 12 credits, you have to pay a credit exceeding fee. Be also sure that you don't have to register for the courses more than 3 times. Of course, it can happen with everybody that you fail a course time to time. It's not a problem. You can take it the 2nd time or even the 3rd time without any problems, but for the course and further course registrations, there is also a fee, and there is also a special permission, because after the 3 course registrations and 6 exam tries, students have to be terminated if they don't hand in any forms for requests, for special requests. So be sure that you complete the courses with maximum 3 course registrations or 6 exam attempts. Otherwise, you have to hand in a special request not to be terminated. The educational committee is the body who judges these forms, so they can give you permission to continue your studies. So let's talk about the educational committee. So the chairperson of it is the Vice Dean for Educational Affairs. The members are teachers and students from the Students' Union of the faculty. They usually have 2-3 meetings per semester, depending on how many cases are coming up, and they decide on the study issues. These are the issues which you have to hand in a request. So weakening of prerequisites, course registrations, exam registrations, late request for passive semester, or more than 2 passive semesters after each other. So be sure to remember these. You are getting information about these every semester, but be sure that you don't miss this, because we don't really like to terminate students because of these issues. We also have a credit transfer committee. It can happen that maybe you had another study program at another university, so you can bring some credits to be accepted for your current program. That's why we have the credit transfer committee. So if you have any of these issues, then you can hand in a request. Miss Amesha at the Office of Educational Affairs can help you with this. The important thing is that this committee only meets once per semester, so you have to hand in the request in the given period. At the moment it's now, so until the 10th of September. So if you have any credit transfer issues, please contact Ms. Emeshe at the Office of Educational Affairs. Yes, okay. If you need to hand in any requests, they can happen either in Neptune, or we have some paper-based forms still, so you can check the list of these documents on our website. It is stored that which are the e-forms and which are the paper-based forms. So if you need any kind of requests or forms, please check our website and you can find further information there. About our grading system, so we have a 5-point scale. So we have grades from 1 to 5. 1 is the fail and 5 is the excellent. So the scale is between these two. So actually it's 5-point scale. And some technical issues and other practical issues at the end. So you can use the Wi-Fi with your ELTE account here. So probably many of you have already activated the ELTE accounts, and you also have your email addresses. But if you haven't done it yet, so you can find more info on this site. Here you can find 2 coffee shops near the campus. It's in Calvin Square. It's like 5-8 minutes from the campus. You can find 2 shops like Mini Copy and Copy Guru there. So you can print, you can copy. They also bind your documents together. So these services are available there. We have some libraries. So the biggest library here is the English and German language library in the main building. It's like a Harry Potter themed library. It's very, very nice. And every department has its own library. So if you need any specific books from your department, ask your teachers for further information. We also have some eating facilities at the campus. Unfortunately, it's less than it used to be, but the Műhely Egyetem Cafe is a really good place. It offers soups, daily soups, salads, sandwiches, coffee, tea, and desserts. So you can visit it. It's at the basement of the main building. You can see it on the map. And we have also many eating facilities near the campus, from the conventional ones like McDonald's or Burger King until very special ones. You can eat different kinds of foods from all around the world. Vega City is a very good place for vegetarians and vegans, and also for people with food allergy or special diets. All the others are offering different kinds of foods. So just go near the campus and check all these places. All are very nice. The university is in cooperation with Pázmány and Péter Catholic University, so if you need a pastoral service, it is available free of charge for the students of ELTE. So if you need more information, please visit our websites. We have some other services like coaching, training, psychologist, and other helping programs. So please check the University Life menu on our website, and you can find further programs and info there. So the Neptune training is tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So if you can visit it in person, just come. It is going to be in Building A, room 47. If you can't come, just please watch the Neptune film and check the presentation later on. The campus tour, it has already happened here, but you can have a virtual campus tour anytime. So with this link, you can check how our campus look like. So I wish you a very nice semester, and I hope that you will find your place here and you will be able to arrive also on time to start your studies here. And if you have any questions, there is the time to ask them now. Yes, or else I can see you.